Hey folks, Long McQuade is at Gibson USA. I've got Keith Medley here who's going to take us on this amazing tour of the factory. So let's head in there and check it out.
What you have here is pre-work that's been done in color. We call it color prep. And basically they sand it and they put filler on.
Yeah.
And then the filler basically fills up the pores of the mahogany.
Yeah.
But that has to kind of set and kind of level itself out a little bit before we send it into finishing.
Okay, got it.
And the filler has two purposes. One is to have a base color underneath of it.
Yep.
The second is actually fill the grain itself so everything is not pitty whenever you start to spray the lacquer on it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, great.
We'll head back to the ES section.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Now, ES
Yeah.
moved to Memphis in 2001.
Yeah.
And then once the new regime took over, with Caesar, they brought Memphis, that facility back here.
Yeah.
And basically now we have control of it here.
Okay, gotcha. So it was in Memphis and then it came here.
Well, it was here, it went to Memphis, now it's back.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, what Ted McCarty had to do to make an acoustic electric, right? That's where we get the ES, which he named Electric Spanish, of course.
Yeah,
Okay, this is in the 50s whenever they were pulling this stuff together. So him and the engineers trying to figure out how they were going to combine both the electric and the acoustic, you know, feel, you know, if you will. And so they decided to do what was really kind of going on in the furniture industry up there anyway, and that was the laminates.
Yeah, okay.
So this is a three-part lamination.
Yeah.
If you want, I'll grab a couple of the really thin pieces so you can see for a demonstration. You see how floppy and how light that is?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is going to be the outside piece.
Yeah.
The poplar is going to go in a separate grain direction.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
It's going to go the other way.
Yeah.
And then this is going to be the inside piece. It's more plain. Then it goes into this press.
Okay.
After we put this glue on it.
Yeah.
This press came from World War II.
It looks like it. That's amazing.
This is overkill for what we do, but they got this in just about every ES that's ever been made.
Come on.
It's been pressed on this machine except for when we had actually taken and outsourced some of the, you know, some of the parts and stuff over the years.
Right.
But this machine has always managed to keep something on the table for us, right? So you can see those plates. That's our addition to the machine.
Okay, gotcha.
This was made and the function was in World War II.
Yeah.
It would make artillery shells.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, you see how big the cylinder is on the bottom right there? Yeah, that's like a little bit overkill for what we're doing, but you know, that's what they took back in the 50s. They brought it in and they put it into service.
So you guys are making guitars out of artillery machines.
I know.
I love that.
I know. I mean,
that's amazing. Why not?
I mean, they had a lot. They figured it out. You know.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, there was rumor that they got it from Motorola and different factories and different companies. So it's a lot of that machinery.
Right.
But anyhow, this is how it starts before it gets pressed and gets that ES contour put in it.
Okay.
And that's the reason for the laminates, so it actually will mold to it. So that'll mold it out at 275 degrees, and they'll cook it for about like how you would cook toast.
Yeah.
In about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
And then you pop it out of there, and it's not near as flimsy as this.
Okay. Okay. And then where does it go in a shaper?
Yeah, I'll show you the. And see, this is the same material.
Yeah.
It's the same laminate.
Yeah.
Instead of using that press, we'll use this press for the rims.
Okay.
But you saw how flimsy that other stuff was?
Yeah.
Feel how rigid that is.
Oh yeah.
And the top is the same way. The top is like, it's like, you can't bend it. So we'll take this and we'll run it through this saw, just like you're slicing cheese.
Does this get formed as soon as it comes out still hot, or do you have to steam it?
It's still hot.
Yeah.
And we put it in this, and what it does, this makes sure that it holds its form until it cools and the glue sets.
Okay, gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
So then you pop it out of there. But that's what keeps it in form. So as soon as it comes out of here while it's hot, you put it in here, let it cool.
Very cool.
And then it's ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it goes through our fixturing.
So there they are all trimmed down.
Yeah, here they are all trimmed out from this saw right here.
That's a bandsaw. Wow.
Yeah, that's an old Tanowitz.
God damn.
They don't
a little bigger than the one in my garage.
They don't make those anymore.
Damn.
But we've actually got 5 or 6 of them that we have in service.
Amazing.
And yeah, they're hard to beat.
Yeah, no doubt.
And if you'll notice, we do have a lot of old tools, like you saw the press, the bandsaw, the table saw. Yeah. And not only are you going to see a lot of old conventional tooling still, but you're going to still see a lot of handwork.
Okay.
You know,
right.
like a lot of these guys, we're still having to put our hands.
Yeah.
We're still having to put our hands into things.
Right.
So this section sets up, and what that does, that cuts everything to the exact length that it needs for everything to center up.
Yeah. All right.
Because if it's off, then it starts to look a little off.
Okay. Good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, good enough.
Right on.
And of course, we have these carousel fixtures.
Okay.
And what that does,
So
that's what puts
these guys here. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Now this, because it doesn't have the center block in it, like the 335s.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is actually a casino.
Oh,
So it's the same body profile, but it doesn't have the center block in the middle because it's hollow.
I see. Gotcha.
And now the casino and the Gibson 330,
Yeah.
they are both hollow. They don't have. This is actually part of the center block, but we cut the middle of it out.
Oh, okay.
So we can still use the same tooling to create the ones with the blocks and the ones without.
With this kind of slug here, yeah, gotcha.
Right, yeah, that's just a spacer to hold everything true.
Yeah. Awesome. Here you go. So,
There you go.
Yeah.
And so once they come out,
Yeah.
they'll put the rim lining on here.
Right. Oh man.
So whenever you put the rim lining on,
Yeah.
and you get it glued in all the way around.
I'm gonna put one of these on and say I work for Gibson. Okay.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
There you go. Then you run it through this sander, and what that does, it gets everything level and ready for the top and the back to go on it. Right? So there's what it looks like with your kerf lining on, and it's been sanded.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And we have these cradles. They're all set up right now, or I would tear it apart and show you.
Oh, okay.
But you see these pins.
Yeah.
These pins are locator pins that match up with the top, and these cradles actually follow the profile, so that way whenever we put the top and the back on, the contour
fits perfectly.
stays centered. So that's it after you get the top and the back on.
All right.
You see that contour?
Yeah.
You see how it goes up into those horns?
Yep.
You want those centered. You don't want them sliding around.
Yeah, exactly.
See what I'm talking about?
Right.
And that's sometimes what you'll see occasionally, right? So.
And they've got that set for binding there, right?
Yeah. Now, and I'll show you how we do that.
Okay.
It's a bit of a trick.
Yeah.
Because this is not flat.
Okay, so how are they arch topping this? Is it CNC or?
We'll walk over here.
Okay.
So that big press over there is what puts this arch, that slide arch in.
No way.
Right.
Okay, so that's done by the machine.
So you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely see the contour there. That is super cool. Yeah.
And how we keep that centered during assembly is that when it presses this, it actually puts us 2 divots.
Yeah. All right.
One here and one there.
Right.
And then we drill those out.
Okay.
And it matches this.
Okay. Okay.
So you would glue this centerpiece on the inside of it. That's what that machine over there does.
Yeah.
And then when you put it, you put this whole piece in here, and what it does is CNC comes in and it profiles it, but it'll also flatten this out to the same plane as this outside rim.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So whenever you place it on that rim and center block, it's tight.
Gotcha.
There's not like a gap in between.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And all of this used to be done on conventional tooling with pin routers where you would literally by hand
Wow.
move this in with a
Layer by
with
layer.
an exposed cutter.
Wow, yeah.
And every now and then, it'll bite you.
I'm sure. So yeah, like a good mix of old school technology and new school technology all mixing up. Like I love that press that you showed me. That's incredible. Or that one right there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of handwork that we can't get out of.
Yeah.
Just like the binding.
All right.
I'll show you how we bind these.
All right.
Okay, of course after they're assembled, you see this is where the binding goes, right?
Yep.
Now this has got a double stair step. So this is going to be a 345 or a Supreme.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Now, since this has got a contour on it,
Yeah.
it wants to do this.
Yeah.
So how are we going to cut this to where it's straight on this side and straight on that side? We make these little plastic, it's UHMW plastic.
Yeah.
This runs the same height as this plane is to the peak of the contour,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when you put it up here, it gets you level.
Gotcha.
But you have to do it by hand. You still got this to contend with,
Whoa.
right? And so what you do is that you see the cutter here, and here's the follower there. And so what you're doing is that you're rolling it into it and letting it cut.
I would be shaking like a leaf on my first day.
That's how we have to do that.
Yeah.
The Les Pauls that we'll see, they're actually on the CNC machine at a mill room we have next door where we keep
Okay.
all the really dirty stuff, right?
All right.
And so it actually, when it cuts out the carved top and all that, it actually cuts out the binding.
That just looks all kinds of complicated.
Yeah. Now these gentlemen, we have two gentlemen over here, and their specific job
Yeah.
is to do ES binding. And the reason why that is because unlike a Les Paul, outside of the Les Paul Custom, this gets double bound,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So you can see it's only bound on one side.
Yeah.
Well, it has to wait until tomorrow for this to cure before they can bind the other side.
Okay.
It's too difficult, and
Yeah.
we have to do this by hand. So
Okay,
it's
I
too
see.
difficult to do both of them at the same time.
Right. Cause I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you notice how tight this is,
Yeah, absolutely.
right?
That's all by hand, yeah?
That's all by hand, and they're doing this all day long,
Oh man.
pulling and
They
you
must
know
have some
all day
serious
long.
callus on those hands,
Oh man, yeah. You don't want to tangle with them boys.
No. Oh, and here it is. So this is the binding material right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you can see their stations over there,
Yeah.
and they'll run it through a box of acetone glue,
Yeah.
and they got gloves on and an apron,
Right. Yeah.
and it coats the whole thing, and they put it on their belly like this,
Okay.
and they hold it up against the body, and then they'll bring it in, and then they'll start wrapping.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know,
All
so
right,
and then they
right.
track it all the way around.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want a gap on the top,
Yeah.
and you don't want a gap on the side.
Okay.
And if you're not careful, that can happen, and now you got a problem. Now we get these in from the mill room up there.
Yeah.
Everything that you see there is done on a CNC machine.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All this used to be done with pin routers, and and copy carvers and all that. But now we got all this program.
Yeah.
Now that's not entirely smooth, but it's not supposed to be.
Right. Okay.
Because we still, now this is a studio because it doesn't have binding on it.
Right.
Yeah, but you feel how just rough that it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not quite up to snuff just
Yeah.
yet. So, and these bins actually, they'll truck them down from the building next door.
Okay.
But the
Gotcha.
reason why we have the mill room up there, that's where a lot of dust, a lot of chips, and a lot of, a lot of just the mess, if you will,
Yeah.
is isolated from here. So we keep all that dust and dirt out of finishing, because finishing is just on the other
Yeah,
side
you
of that
can't
wall.
have that in the same building. No, not
Right.
a chance. Not
This-
for rough cutting.
Now this place used to be filled with dust,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
we got everything separated. You hear the dust collection system.
Yep.
We got brighter lights. The air is cleaner than it ever has been.
So do these caps get glued on first and then CNC'd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And actually, they're actually machined with the channels in it before the top is even glued on.
That's what I figure. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
And so with our Ultramoderns, that also has the webbing on the inside of it for
Yeah.
weight relief,
Yep.
and it makes it lighter.
Chambered or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So we get all that done first, and just like you saw the locator pins on the ES, we do the same thing with the tops and the back. So that way, the center seam falls in the center of what the actual program profile is going to be.
Okay.
So we have to be mindful of all that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, here's one.
We looking at a
Now this is
standard?
This is a standard.
Good.
Okay. This is a regular standard. It doesn't have the easy access.
Right.
It doesn't have anything other than it's a standard.
Yep.
But you see how we've got it has that cutter has to follow that 3D move up into here. But see, we're able to program that.
And is that a higher end flame top here?
That's probably a 2A right there.
Okay, 2A?
Yeah, you can see the.
Oh,
see
you
it
can
kinda
see the flame. Man, get
yeah.
some finish on there. Look out.
Yeah, it'll pop out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll pop out.
Yeah.
But this is for a single ply binding as opposed to what you saw with the ES over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And of course you see underneath
look
of
at
it.
these. Wow. That's a mahogany top?
No,
Wait a minute.
Koa.
What'd you say? Oak?
Koa.
Koa. What?
Yeah.
Koa top.
Yeah,
Look at
that's a
this.
Koa top.
What? That's
Yeah.
nuts, man.
Yeah, we did a few of those.
Woo!
We've been experimenting with different things.
That's so cool.
And some proprietaries we've done over the years,
This
they would want Koa.
right here. This is
Custom
crazy.
Shop does a lot of Koa.
Look at that. Wow. Very cool.
Yes. So here's some of the bodies also that come down from the mill room.
Okay.
Okay. So they're ready to go. So whenever they come through, they go through those stations over here, look like little tents. And what they're doing is they're going to rim sand these, because sometimes the cutter, when it comes across the end grain
Yeah.
on some of this wood, it can get a little fuzzy.
Okay.
So they'll take all that out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they get.
So what is that? Like a routering thing that's going to clean it up
No, they do it by hand.
by hand? Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
actually, it's it's a pneumatic
Yeah.
drum sander
Oh.
that you hold,
Okay.
horizontal,
All right.
and you just kind of go around it.
Okay.
And another handwork, you know,
Yeah.
because they're different from one guitar to the next.
Yeah.
So this one guitar has got a little bit more fuzz right here. We got to work on it a little bit more. The next one may not have any at all. You know.
Well, and I know that there's only so much a CNC can do. 'Cause my buddy has his own little guitar shop, and he shows me the blanks that come off the CNC, and I was surprised at how rough they are.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
There's tons of work that has to happen after.
Yeah, no, it's not you don't get a green light just because it comes off the CNC
No,
machine.
not at all. Oh, okay, very interesting.
Of course,
Yeah, Explorer.
lefty.
Woo! Lefty Explorer. There you go.
For all of our
Yeah.
for all of our Southpaw brethren.
Nice, buddy.
These are some very old machines,
Okay.
and we still have them in service.
Big old Sanders.
These are big sanders. And these sanders move at an alarming speed. Okay? If you stay on that for too long,
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn it on.
Yeah. So do you actually just put your hands right down on it? Oh no, you got
Yeah.
this guy. Okay.
Now that's for the flat stock, like on SGs.
Yeah.
But different operators have a different style.
Oh.
It's like this gentleman will take a rag,
Yeah.
and as this is moving that away,
You're just hitting the contour.
he is moving this back and
No
forth.
way.
He's moving this back and forth. He's using this light to see where the contour is at.
Right.
If you stay too long in one spot,
Yeah.
you run it. You
Yeah.
run the body.
Of course you do.
You
yeah.
run the shape.
Yeah.
Because it takes it off that fast. You know. And these guys that do this is not everybody's job. I
Okay,
mean, not
yeah.
anybody can do
Yeah,
this.
you gotta be specialized for this one.
Yeah, but you do, and it takes a little bit of training.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
there's a little bit of a learning curve with it.
Well, you gotta have the right hands for it too. You gotta be able to feel it.
Yeah, you got to
You
be
would
able to
burn
feel
through
it.
that in no time.
Yeah, because you're leveling out the binding as well.
Right.
See, they haven't quite. This one hasn't been done yet. They also, you see, they got the chalk.
Yeah.
That's where the fingerboard's going to go.
Okay.
they can't touch that because if not, it'll leave a gap under the fingerboard.
Okay.
But once it gets done sanded, now feel of that.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Now you're talking. Yeah.
Now we're talking. Oh, that's amazing.
So the machine that we use at the mill room, we leave about 15 or 20 thousandths left on the top.
Okay.
So that way they're not having to like dig through it to get it down to spec.
Okay.
And it gives them enough room where they can just kind of clean it up. But again, if they spend too much time, like right here, and it snipes that out, whenever lacquer hits it, it'll tell on you.
Now, before spraying, is there any hands-on for a last-minute sand or no?
Oh yeah, no, they're still going to get color prep. They're still going to get sanded to even a finer grit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll clean up all the.
And we're grain filled here, are we?
No, this is not grain filled yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No, this will after it gets neck fit, and then it's going to get sanded.
Yeah.
For the final sand.
Yeah.
Then it's going to get filled.
Gotcha. That's the last pre-prep.
That's the last pre-prep thing before it goes into get sealer.
Okay.
And then color and then finish.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And this is a place where every stick comes through.
Yeah.
Everything comes through.
Everything comes here.
And it gets inspected again. It gets inspected at the mill room. It gets inspected when it comes in. Then it gets inspected after it goes through these processes. It gets to here. So we have a lot of gates.
Yeah, right.
And the reason why...
And who's the gatekeeper here?
The gatekeeper here, his name is Joe.
Joe?
Too bad Joe's not here.
He
Joe,
must have a keen eye, man.
He's got a keen eye. He is a soft-spoken gentleman who's very talented.
Yeah.
He's about this tall. He has a beard down to here.
Of course.
He swears he's not going to cut his beard until the Nashville Predators win the Stanley Cup.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So this is a 50s Les Paul neck.
Woo!
But this is what it looks like when it comes from the mill room.
Okay.
So we have some tooling now that's a lot safer.
Yeah.
But it doesn't finish the neck, as you can see. It still needs a lot of work.
Right.
So when it comes down, it's profiled roughly. The heel's roughed in. We have the tenon put in it, but we also have the surface for the fingerboard ready.
Okay, and the truss is put in.
Yeah, and how we do that is that, see, Gibson did the truss rod 100 years ago. That was their claim.
Yeah.
So, and with that, it's a compression rod, and what that really means is whenever you tighten it, it actually bends the neck back like any guitar player knows.
Yeah.
So once this bends back, now you've got this bow in it, and now it's under load. Yeah. While it's under a load, you put it on this straight knife. It's a knife about that big on a big open router table. Yeah. So now that you've got the tension on the neck and you got a back bow, and when you put this straight cutter across it, this thing is perfectly straight, but it's under a load. Okay. So if I loosen this, it's going to relax this way.
Gotcha.
What it's doing is compensating for the strings.
Yep.
It's compensating for the 130, 140 pounds of the strings.
Yeah. And
so that's where that truss rod gets its life, basically.
Where do these get manufactured?
These head veneers?
Yeah.
Some of them we do here.
Yeah.
And some of them we outsource.
I see.
And we outsource it. This has got mother of pearl in it.
No, it's very detailed stuff. I would assume it's coming from someone else.
Some of the mother of pearl, since pearl's kind of hard to process.
Yeah.
And since pearl's kind of hard for us to have it in house, we'll actually have this done on the outside. But any of the head veneers that we have that have the decal on it, we process all that here.
Okay.
Yeah, we do all those here.
There we go.
Now this is another machine that took the place of a lot of handwork that we used to have to do.
Okay.
This is a 2-table station. Yeah. It's got 10 fixtures on each station, and they move back and forth.
Right. Okay.
Okay. This goes up underneath. This is a big dust collection system because there are 10 ball nose cutters that drop down, and they'll take that neck that we looked at from the mill room a second ago.
Oh, okay, there it is.
And it locks it down. Right?
With a vacuum, yeah.
With a vacuum. These are all vacuum stations.
Yeah.
So it runs a program, and whenever it gets done, it gets closer to what our end features are going to be.
Okay.
You see this?
I
the
see.
difference there?
Yeah.
You see how now it's a little bit closer to what the finish is going to be. It's still rough. We still got work to do.
Right.
And the heel is brought in to where it's,
Okay.
where it's just about to spec.
Now, at this point, are we into handwork after this machine?
Yeah, we still got to get a fingerboard on it.
Okay.
And then we're going to do some handwork.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
All of these features used to be done by hand up until about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. And what it does, it actually will trim around this,
Oh, okay.
and it'll actually cut this to thickness,
Yep.
because you don't want that too thick, or your string posts are going to be too far down into the head, right?
Yeah.
You don't want it too thin, or the post is going to be sticking out,
Yeah.
right? So we've got that set. We got one cutter that looks just monstrous because it's doing three things. It's actually cutting this, the perimeter. It's actually cutting the back face of it.
Okay, yeah.
But it's also cutting the mustache in.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
And all in one whack.
Now, is it laser reading the contours and then cutting it? Is that how it works?
No, the program is.
Program it. Okay.
So whenever we set them into the fixture,
Yeah.
that fixture holds the unit in space
Yeah.
as a particular X, Y, and Z in space.
Yeah.
So there's a point of origin. So if this is the point of origin, all the math works off of that point of origin.
Gotcha.
So when you put it into that fixture, it knows where to run.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But we have to make sure that that intersection between the part and the fixture is not like worn or loose, because if it moves any, then everything gets scandalized. You know? So let me see if I can get in here. It's like that's one station.
Yeah.
Now they've got the Explorer set up so this won't fit, but if you put it face down, then that cutter flattens it.
Gotcha.
All right. And then if you put it over here, that's where the mustache cutter comes in and cuts the end of it off. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So all that used to be done with conventional machines, and everything was done by hand. So we actually got this upgraded.
Pretty new, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty new.
Yeah. What do you name this machine? Is there a name for it, like Old Bessie or something?
Oh man, no, it'll earn its name as time goes on.
As time goes on. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha. So where are we heading now?
We're going to head to Fingerboard.
All right, we're heading to Fingerboards. Let's go.
And so you see these little divots we also have in the Fingerboard. They match up with.
Yes, sir.
So that'll way, which that's got a nut on it already.
Yeah.
That matches up so that everything holds center.
Yeah.
And we'll use these. Actually, we're using a fire hose.
Oh. So they're getting glued up in here.
Yeah, we use fire hose, and we inflate them.
Yeah.
And really, what that allows us to do is that whenever you put a neck in, and you got it glued, and then you hit the airbag, and what it does, it inflates, and no matter the scale, it will actually conform. It will conform to the length. For instance, it's a shorter distance from the peg head on a Les Paul than it is on a 61 SG.
Okay.
You know, so there's a different length.
Yeah.
You know. And this tooling has been around forever.
That is ingenuity at its finest, using fireman hose to put on a fretboard.
Hey, look, you can't buy this stuff at Home Depot.
Oh, that's it.
So this is what it looks like after it hits that machine over here, where now you got the right thickness,
Show the camera.
then you got the mustache, and then you've got it brought into your head veneer. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
So that program dials all that in based upon that location of where these holes are.
Yeah,
Right.
beautiful.
Great. So
I approve.
whenever we install the nut, now it's ready to get dialed in.
Okay.
So here comes some more handwork.
All right, let's see it.
So you're actually dialing this in by hand.
Okay.
You're actually running it in. The radius of this block is running along the radius of here, on the side here, right there as well. See what I'm talking about? So, what makes the model from a 50s to a 60s neck is the distance between the middle of that fingerboard and the back, and that should be 800 thousandths for a 60s model.
Okay.
And that's 802 thousandths.
Okay.
So they nailed it.
They nailed it. You nailed it. You just did it.
And
So the 50s models, we got the baseball bat, right?
Yeah, the 50s model is a little thicker for us.
Yeah.
It's not like the custom shop. See, there's another difference in the custom shop. It's that the custom shop is they've got that baseball bat.
Okay.
I mean, that's like 900 thousandths in 1 inch there.
Oh, wow.
Now, you know, ours run somewhere in between this thinner model. See, this needs to be 900, and that's 900.
Damn,
Right?
right on.
900
Right on the money.
So, but the trick is to make sure whenever you're sanding that in, that you're not sniping it.
Yeah.
Because what will happen is that you'll feel a lump in the neck. So, but you see how close it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now it's ready to fit.
Now it's ready to fit.
So they'll get it all inspected. They'll go through another inspection.
Right. So now we're ready for fitting.
It's ready to fit. Well, this is actually ready to roll. You see how
Yeah.
it's still got a lip on it?
So it's ready to hit that?
Yeah, so in the morning whenever they come in, they'll hand roll these. Yeah, these are ready to roll.
Excellent. All right.
And then they'll move over to where we're going to neck fit. We're going
All
to
right.
next into the body.
Let's go fit some necks.
This is a little bit of a tight fit.
Yeah.
And what the production guys will do, they'll actually take their chisel. I'm not going to get in their business,
Right.
but they'll take the chisel and they'll have to shave this off to make this fit exactly where it needs to fit, right?
Okay.
And even though we're doing it with a CNC, the wood moves. It'll shrink or it'll swell.
Yeah.
And we try to keep everything within 5 thousandths of an inch.
Yeah.
If it's in 5 thousandths of an inch with wood, if you change its environment, it's nothing for that to swell or to shrink.
Of course.
And then it cuts you out of
Right.
ease.
So they intentionally get it a little fatter so they can shave it. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so, and they got these matched up, or I would look for a neck that would actually fit in there, but they got them all matched up. So this is what these gentlemen here will do. And then they'll actually take a gauge, and it goes right down the top of the neck, and it shows you what the pitch is.
Okay.
And let me set this aside.
What's the pitch? 3 degrees?
On a Les Paul, it's 5 degrees.
5 degrees.
On a Les Paul custom shop, it's a 4 degree.
SG?
And SG
3.5?
SG is going to be about a 3.5.
There you
Well, here's how it works. We got this gauge set.
go. Look at this thing.
We got this set. It's got a dial indicator on it,
Yeah.
right? And if you let this across a flat stone over there,
Yeah.
that'll read 0.
Okay. Yeah.
So what you're going to do, this is the longest fingerboard that we do. They use it for the Les Pauls.
Yeah.
They use it for long scales.
Okay.
That's what those notches are for.
Yeah.
It's just our pitch gauge. And we got a certain pitch. That's your intonation line.
Intonation line. Okay.
That's where the center of the bridge is going to be.
right.
And there's a particular number that shows up.
Yeah.
And it has to fall within 50 thousandths of what we want it to.
Wow.
A little less than a 16th of an inch.
Okay. Right.
And the reason why is that if you get this too high,
Yeah.
the bridge gets high and it starts pulling the pickups out of the body.
Oh. Yeah.
If this gets too low,
Yeah.
then your bridge bottoms out.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to find that sweet spot.
That is so tight.
It is very tight. And So
At a 50 thousandths of an inch, I mean, yeah, you got it dialed right in.
yeah, you got to kind of dial it in.
Yeah.
And so the pitch angle on how we start with has really got to be tight.
Yeah, okay.
Even though that tenon was a little tight on the outside, but you would rather take it off than try to put it back on.
Of course, of course. Yeah,
So
yeah.
these craftsmen, and they actually can shave thousands, just a few thousandths off, and to get that set exactly where it needs to go.
Yes. Amen. Beautiful.
So what he did is that he took the body and the fingerboard and the neck. That intersection right there is all nice and smooth. It's nice and tangent, so whenever they go to sand it, it looks right. And then he'll take the sander over here, and he'll take that ridge off of it, and he'll blend that in.
Okay.
So we're trying to fit your hand. Yeah. Awesome. Dude, appreciate you.
No problem.
Can't believe how much handwork is being done here at the
There's
factory.
a lot of handwork.
Blowing me away.
You can't get away from it.
Right.
Oh yeah, those little micro scratches in there, what he's having to do, he's having to chase those down a little bit. It's right there on that end grain. Again, at the same time, he's got to be able to roll that around to where it doesn't look sniped, but it looks clean and it looks tangent. Go for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
Nice.
Good job.
Approved by the boss.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Awesome. Very good.
Yeah, so I can't necessarily demonstrate this, but essentially if I had another model up here like a Les Paul or a SG, the standard, basically not only am I checking for my neck alignment like he's saying in relationship to the bridge, but on the VASG specifically, I've got 2 indicators, my no-go, no-go gauges. So I basically come in here and as he's saying, making sure everything is nice and tight on the tolerance, and then to that effect, making sure that the strings actually fall in line where they're supposed to. I also try to make sure, like I said, that everything looks nice and clean. It's not necessarily mandatory, but when I send it off, I want to make sure from a quality standpoint, I've sent good work.
So at this station, you're also drilling for the electronics?
Yeah, so I do a ground wire drill. So basically, pretty much everything requires something, but I'll come in here, make sure I get my angles right. Want my deal. Obviously, I keep my little mat here to keep everything nice and tidy.
Sure.
And then on the specific models that are a little bit more difficult, I go ahead and run the ground wire. It's not necessarily part of my process, but night shift also, we've got some, we fill.
Right.
If there's a spot that's missing, we kind of, we make do. Now, with that being said, I have plenty of help. But, you run the ground wire, you make sure everything looks good, and then last but not least, some programs don't require it, but this one specifically does, so I got to get the big bad boy drill out here. Pre-mark it.
Yeah, we want to see that for sure.
Yeah, this guy's a bit of a beast.
Okay.
But I make sure that I got everything lined up, kind of get my angles right. I generally try to make a mark. And I try not to butt it into the back end. It does happen though.
That's Gibson showing you the human touch. This is the real deal, folks. They do things by hand. So where are we headed next?
Sanding, color prep.
We're going to sanding and color prep. Let's go.
There's a particular grit of sandpaper that you got to use on this because,
Right.
especially anything that takes filler.
Yeah.
You put wood filler on there, if it's not the right grit, it'll actually will show the sanding scratches.
Right.
So this is another thing that you got to keep an eye out for whenever you're sanding.
Yep.
Is the direction that you're sanding and the tools that you're sanding with.
What are you into, 1500?
No, we don't go that far.
Don't go that
We'll
far?
go to 400.
400? Okay.
400 and whenever we're sanding, you can't get it too slick on the wood because then your lacquer won't stick.
Right. So then you're going 400, but then you're going to buff out all the coat. Yeah.
Right. Once we get it sanded and we get the wood filler on it, and it sets and it cures, then it starts to get its first coat of finish, which will be sealer, sanding sealer.
Okay. Right. All right.
And we're headed in that direction.
Okay. Hello.
We're going to barge in on you. All right. And what these folks do is that, are you familiar with the Plek machine?
Yes. Yeah, we have one at Yorkville. So yeah, somewhat familiar with it.
Okay, so here's the deal with them is that you fixture these things to where every guitar is a little different, so we have to have a little variant.
Oh, okay.
Variable.
Yeah.
But that axis that runs through these pins actually goes right across where your strings are going.
Gotcha.
The same thing with the axis on these pins here. It goes right where your intonation line.
Okay. Yeah.
You put it in this cradle over here,
Yeah.
and what this cradle does, what she's done over here, she's putting in string tension on that model. You see the air pressure come up, and she's going to check the pitch with that gauge, those those dial indicators, and that's going to show which part, if it's too far back, if it's too far forward. Now she's going to adjust it to where now that neck is straight under that string tension.
Okay.
Okay, and then when she takes it out of there and she puts it into the machine, then it goes through that same pressure on the machine, right? And when it does that, it immediately it'll start a program that tracks the shadow of each string across the frets. So imagine data points, 6 strings, 22 frets, you got 22 times 6 data points. It knows on that particular instrument where the lowest data point is. And it automatically programs itself to cut everything to that lowest point.
Right.
The fret starts out at 45 thousandths to start with.
Yeah.
And you can't take off that much. So that means that whenever they construct the neck and how we glue the fingerboards and how the necks and stuff are, that has to be right on, because if it's a few thousandths off, you could actually lose your frets.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it has to be pretty tight out there before it comes in here, because this will tell on you.
Yeah, absolutely it will.
Now you see this one's cutting right now. It's already scanned the frets.
Yeah, and like you said, it takes the lowest point and then
Takes the lowest point, right?
Okay.
And it cuts everything. It cuts everything the same.
Yeah.
And so at the very most, you're taking a little bit off of every one, but you're not taking any more than probably 5 thousandths at the very most.
Right. So it's simulating the string tension over there, gauging it, and then it goes in here.
It goes into here and puts string tension back on it.
Oh, okay. So it simulates the string tension again. Okay.
But you're adjusting the neck with the string tension on it per that guitar.
Yeah.
Every piece of wood is different, so it's going to have a different tension rate.
Yeah.
Right?
Wonderful. All right, let's hit the next one. Yeah.
All right. Into finishing.
Into finishing. Let's go. Finishing.
Now he's doing the TV yellows. Those get like a filler on the outside of the color.
Okay.
Right. That has a completely different process.
Right.
From here over are ready to go into sealer. So we do run tests all the time with our different chemicals and stuff that we're using.
Yeah.
When the weather changes, wood changes, lacquer changes, anything organic changes.
Yeah.
So we have to try to keep up with.
So
these
at
changes.
what stage is these guys here? Have these been filled?
These have been filled, and they've actually been. They got this color on them, and then the filler in this case goes on the outside.
Filler on the outside. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. How you doing, sir?
Hello. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'll step in here.
Check this out, man. Holy, this place doesn't quit, man. Wow.
All right. Now this is kind of shut down right now. I say shut down. It's just the shift's gone home.
Ships are gone home.
But on that end over here,
Yeah.
it's kind of got empty hooks on it.
Yeah.
But that's where the sealer goes in, and they put like 2 or 3 coats of sealer on.
Okay.
That's
okay.
the base lacquer that we put on
Yeah.
before color and before final top coat goes on. So
Now, if they're doing a burst, for example, is that what that tape job is for a burst?
yes, and all that's done by hand too. They will do a burst, and they're set up for it. I don't know if I see anybody back there or not.
So yeah, the burst finishes, those are done by hand. The guitars are taped, old school.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You see how they're taped off? Well,
Yeah.
the blue tape on them.
Yeah.
The reason for the blue tape is to keep the color from spreading out over through the rest of the body.
Side,
You know.
Has anybody ever fainted from the fumes?
No, but you know, I know. It's like I love the smell of lacquer in the morning.
Lacquer in the morning, yeah, exactly.
So these have got a fresh coat,
Yeah.
and you can smell it.
Clear?
It's just got clear coat on it, right?
Right.
Yeah. The color booths are over here. This would put the burst on. The stain, the blue stain, those kind of stains are done outside over in color prep.
Right.
And then when you come through, they'll put that little subtle burst like right around the edge on
these
that
are
blue.
So beautiful. It's
And you can see you can see the studio here.
incredible.
And now, if you notice, some of the ones that are bound,
Yeah.
well, you notice them over here. If they're bound, they end up getting the color sprayed on top of the binding.
Right.
And the reason why we spray it on top of the binding, and then we have scrapers to scrape it off, is because when you're doing 375 guitars a day, it's really hard to tape off all of the binding.
So does the buffing process take the orange peel down? Because you can see orange peel bumps.
Yeah, but what's going on here is that it's going through another stage of lacquer, and as that lacquer builds up, then they'll scuff sand it,
There you go.
and that takes what you see in as orange peel is actually just the lacquer and the solvents pulling off of it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's not self-leveling.
Right.
It's pretty close, but it's not. We still have to work with the process.
Okay. So they'll give it what you call it, a scuff sand.
Yeah, scuff sand.
At what grit at this point?
Probably at that, they're probably doing 280 or 320.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Lower than I thought, but okay.
And then when you put the lacquer back on it, what it does, because it's a solvent base, it actually melts the sanding scratches down.
Right.
So
right.
the,
Makes sense. Yeah.
well, with lacquer, see, lacquer's not like polyurethane. Polyurethane is a chemical base where you got a hardener and you got a resin. Basically, you mix them together. It's a vapor barrier. Basically, it nitro is not. It's actually a solid and then a solvent, and then what you're smelling is the solvent that has come right out of the lacquer,
yeah.
and it leaves these molecular gaps, right? And that's the reason why through the years Gibsons collapse, right? But also, if you're playing for a long time and your forearm is on the lacquer,
Yeah.
you ever see it get hazy?
If it's a matte finish, you can buff it.
You
too.
can actually buff it too. But you'll see it get hazy,
Hazy, yeah.
sometimes where it depends on the person, like their sodium in their sweat
Yeah.
is actually smaller than the voids left in the solvent.
Oh, okay.
So it'll actually work its way down in there. You can't just rub it out. You got to buff it. You got to heat it a little bit and get it to unhaze.
Oh, no kidding.
yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. So
This is a really cool setup. I love this. This is really, really awesome. So where are they buffing? Where are we going now?
that's where we're headed.
All right.
Actually, there's one group that I've really got to show you.
Okay.
It's right before it goes into all of the final top coat.
Okay. We're going into a special zone in finishing.
This is scraping. Christine!
Hi.
Hey! Now, what she's doing, she's scraping the color and the lacquer,
Yeah.
sealer lacquer, off of the binding.
Okay.
Because that's really the only way to do it, to clean it up, to keep the binding smooth.
Because of the bleed.
Yeah, because like I said, you can't tape it off 375 guitars a day. And then when you go to pull it, and then it rips and tears. And so really the only way to do it is to have people of high patience and a great eye for detail. And to come in with their blade and to move on that borderline between the binding and the wood. If you go over onto the wood, then you've got to repair.
You want to get up close on there?
You see, this has got color over the binding, and she's she's going to break that outside line. Then she's going to come in, she's going to make her line up next to the wood. She makes that smooth outside pass, and now she's going to trace the line. And you can see how small those peels are.
Yeah.
And just how light that is, right? Now she can move along pretty good on these right here with the single binding on it.
Yeah.
She can knock those out pretty quick. There's binding on the fingerboards. The ones that are the challenge, although are the ES, are in the Les Paul Customs because they've got body binding, front and back. They've got fingerboard binding and they got peg head binding. And the peg head binding, all of that is, you got to adjust your eyeballs for every stage of that.
What?
Not only on the face of it, but also on the edge.
Right. Holy.
And you got one shot at it.
Yeah.
I mean, over the whole guitar.
Oh man.
So.
I mean, the tolerance for any mistake on all the stages is making me nervous of just coming through here. I'm like, it could have a mistake on so many, sanding, on the finishing. It's crazy.
There is. The handwork is, we can't, and you don't want to get rid of it. You know, I mean, how can you possibly automate something like this? You can't even prepare that. So,
Right.
So there's a lot of handwork just to keep Gibson what a Gibson is.
Sure thing.
It has to stay in place.
Absolutely.
I mean, it has to, but it's amazing that we still have talented people that are willing to learn the trade.
Yeah, and keeps integrity for the brand. It's amazing to see so many stations, so many hands-on the mahogany doing their thing.
Right.
Really incredible.
Yeah, and it is. And I have a new respect for it every time I do a tour. We're going to go to buffing.
Let's go to buffing, guys. Let's hit it.
So we're going to go from the most tedious job in the place,
Okay.
to the most physical job in the place.
Okay.
All right, so this is buffing. So whenever you come out of lacquer, it has to set for it rides around on the rails out there for 3 days to let it gas off.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because it's solvent-based, the lacquer. So it gases off. Now it's ready to buff. You can't buff it too soon, or you'll buff the lacquer just right off the guitar.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
So when it gets to this area, these guys scuff it a little bit, and then they'll grab it onto they'll put it onto a wheel that's got a higher grit to it.
Okay.
Like the color red, the red wheels that you see is a higher grit, they'll start with that. And what that does, it starts to get rid of all the sanding scratches, but it leaves everything smudged.
You're not kidding. These guys are fit, man. They're big.
Yeah, this is the most physical job in the place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you got to know how to dance.
Yeah, yeah. No, this guy is literally dancing over there.
You got, and because you can't stay in one spot, again, you can't stay in one spot.
burn.
You'll burn it, really. And all those edges, you'll burn the edges.
Right.
And you got to watch the pickup covers in the back plates, because if not, that's 900 RPM at a high horsepower motor.
Yeah.
It will jerk it out of your hand without skipping a beat.
Whoa.
Right? It'll jerk it out of your hand,
Right.
and
Finito.
there you go.
Yeah.
So you learn that pretty quick if you're just starting out with it. But anyway, by the time they get done going through 2 or 3 grits, they end up with a white wheel. This thing is just glossy finish, and it's ready for parts.
Okay.
Now,
When you say the 2 or 3 grits, so what are the different stations with the different grits?
well, you see like right here, just the 3 that we see. You see the red wheel in the middle.
Yeah.
You see the guy dancing back there with the yellow wheel.
Is he on? Okay.
And then you see the white wheel right here.
That's the final?
That's the final.
Oh,
Right,
cool.
right. And now what that does, it gets any residual wax from the red and the yellow off of it.
Okay. Okay.
So it doesn't look smudgy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, and that takes that off. We'll look at some that are finished buffed over here.
Ooh, baby. Here you go, Justin. Now we're talking.
There's one that's finished.
Wow.
That's finished buffed.
Damn. So good. Yeah.
Right?
You tell your master buffers over here that we're enjoying this in a big way. This is
Yeah.
some incredible craftsmanship.
And if there's a little bit, if there's like a little glitch or something,
Yeah.
what these guys can do, they can actually put it on the wheel in that area,
Yeah.
heat up that lacquer, and move that lacquer around,
No kidding.
and you'll never see it. It's just gone. Yeah.
So do they have a heater right beside the buffer that they can just?
No, it's just the friction from the wheel.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of lean into it. They, like I say, you got to dance with it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely
my favorite.
beautiful. Yes, sir.
You see the cathedral?
Oh, man.
Is that a Naomi?
That is a SG. Oh, that's not a Naomi. That's just an SG Special.
That's just
P90 SG Special wraparound.
next level gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the Special has the binding on it,
Yeah.
on the fingerboard.
So at the very end, how many coats of clear have been put on this?
You're going to have about 5 coats of clear on it.
5 coats of
You're going to have 2 or 3 coats of sealer depending on the time of year. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way, and the batch.
Yeah.
And then it'll get scuffed, and then it'll get color. So that's another coat. But then it'll get like 5 coats. So you end up with about 7 or 8 mil before it's over with.
Okay.
You know, so it's not all of that. It's not all of that thick.
Okay.
You know, in its finished form.
But it just looks like thick candy. So gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it's very small.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. We're off to final assembly and putting some parts on these guitars. Let's go.
Okay, these are all buffed.
Yeah.
These are all waiting for parts. The parts area is in this area over here,
Okay.
and that's where all of the electronics, the pickups, your knobs, your screws, that's where everything is organized.
Yeah.
And it's fit for each. There's kits and stuff that are fit for each one of the models.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay. And we've got 3 stations. We've got builders.
Yep.
They put all the parts on. You got the adjuster, and they're dialing it in. They're intonating it. They're making sure everything works. They're adjusting the nut. They're cutting the nut, making sure all of that's dialed in close.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They're adjusting the neck. They're making sure the axis right, setting the bridge, and making sure everything's kind of functional. And then it goes to a final inspector, and
QC.
they'll inspect it, and then they'll record it as being finished. They'll check it over, make sure there's not no beeps and bangs.
Yeah.
The problem one of the inherent problems with lacquer, especially when it's kind of green,
Yeah.
is that you have to baby it. So it doesn't take much. So like if you bump it and you make this little dent in it.
Yeah. Right.
So that's got to be dealt with.
Yeah. Right.
So and it's a very minor repair. Doesn't take long to do. But every now and then that happens.
Yeah.
You know. And so so these are ready. These are ready for parts. And so we'll walk down through here and see what they're building.
Okay. Let's see what they're building.
I'm sorry. This is another thing that we have to deal with, is that wood is organic.
Yeah.
We can check it, we can inspect it, and as it comes through the plant, everything looks fine until it gets to final assembly sometimes. Thing is that you don't know that there's a wood check in it until it shows itself. And unfortunately, sometimes you have all this work in it, and then it shows itself.
Right.
But that's the problem that we have with working with wood, and that's just a problem that we
And what
accept.
kind of example could you tell me for something that would happen?
Well, like for instance, whenever you drop a tree, it doesn't go down softly. Okay. You drop a tree, man, it takes a crunch.
Yeah.
And sometimes what it creates, these compression cells on the inside of the tree itself called shake.
Yeah.
And basically, you don't know that it's there until you cut into it.
Okay.
And then you'll cut into it again, you still don't see it. You cut into it again, you still don't see the crack, or you still don't see the compression.
Yeah.
Until you get to a place like where he's got it right here,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we've got to check.
Wow, you're getting down
It's
to the
it's-
molecular level here.
It's a split,
Yeah.
and there's, you're not going to send that out.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to send that to a customer.
Yeah. Of course not.
And so we have to adjust. We adjust for that.
Okay.
You know.
Gotcha.
We're not going to sell you a second. Thanks, man. Okay, he's working on a custom here.
All right.
Okay. He's kind of cleaning up the fingerboard here a little bit before he throws the parts on it. And we just started doing these again. They actually left out of this plant in 2001. And that's when we developed the Supreme to take its place with the carved back and all that back in the day. And but just in the, this past year, we got the custom back into the plant from the custom shop.
Right.
You know, and so we're building them again in bigger numbers.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Now the custom shop is still doing a Les Paul custom that has their spec on it, just like they're doing the Les Paul standard, the 59, you know, and the Tom Murphy and that sort of thing, as we're doing the Les Paul standard here too.
Okay.
But it's in our wheelhouse.
All right.
All right. All right. Hey, man.
What's up, bud? Got double cut.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Blue, man.
Helen Blue.
Looks like a Rick Beato special.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, his is a 2 pickup.
Yeah.
2 pickup. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful color. I love that.
So he's adjusting. The builders have let him have this one, so now he's going to be cutting in the nut. He's going to be cleaning it up. He's going to set it up. He's going to set the intonation. He's going to set the tension on the neck.
Yeah.
String it up. Make sure it's playing and not buzzing. You know? And and you see that he's taping it off that way whenever he dials in the nut specific for that instrument, that he doesn't risk touching that lacquer with a file.
Okay.
You know. So.
Nice.
And then the last thing he'll do on it is like what he's doing here. He's shaping and forming the nut. Okay? So it looks like a Gibson nut.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, here we go.
We're back at the custom.
Okay, we're putting some electronics in here.
Yeah, he's loading it up now.
Yeah. Sorry for crowding your space here. Just having a look. Ready? Thanks for joining us at the Gibson USA factory tour. Thank you, Keith. Had a blast today, and you gave us one heck of a great tour. Really appreciate
My
it.
pleasure. My pleasure. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, folks.